Hi there, this is Anna Prosser for Kingston HyperX at MLG Raleigh 2011, and actually, we've returned to the EG Lair. I'm here with EGIdrA Fields. Greg, what's it like to be home after an MLG like that?
It's nice to get the chance to relax. Those weekends are pretty much the culmination of our jobs. All the preparation we put in, all the time, all the practice we do kind of builds up to that. So now we just have a couple of weeks before DreamHack to kind of relax and unwind and start preparing for the next events.
So how did MLG Raleigh go for you?
It was actually a pretty bad tournament for me.
How so?
Really disappointing performances and a couple of good games, but in general lost a lot and placed really low. And it was more disappointing than it normally would be because I had practiced quite a bit going into it and I felt like I was playing well, even in some of the games throughout the tournament. So it's just really disappointing.
Well, there's been a famous video, somewhat famous, out with you playing Trimaster. What are your reactions to that video, you know, the people who've been watching that and seeing you kind of show that anger at the end of that match?
I get mad when I lose, and that's how it came out that particular time. If it entertains people, whatever, it doesn't really bother me.
Well, another entertaining video was one that you and Jeff did in an interview where you switched hoodies and personalities. Can you tell us a little bit about that video and what inspired you to do that?
We were just doing interviews, and someone had the idea to have Ben translate for Puma, since they're pretty close friends, and Ben helps him out a lot and stuff. And we thought that was funny. So we started trying to come up with ideas for other funny videos, and Jeff just had the idea of me and him impersonating each other in the interview, making fun of each other's personality quirks, and it turned out pretty well, so I was really happy with it.
You guys get a lot of fan attention. There's a lot of comments online that evaluate not only your play, but also your personality, the very essence of who you are. How does that affect you as a player?
That doesn't really bother me too much. Some of the more paparazzi type stuff, where people actually get kind of invasive and use that in order to gain themselves attention, that bothers me. Just kind of like, it doesn't feel right, and it is invasive. It goes into kind of what should be private. So that's annoying. But no, just people talking about our personalities. I mean, we're entertainers. All of the money in esports comes through sponsorships and advertising because people pay attention to us. And the personality part, the drama part, more than just the game is what people find entertaining. So I just kind of accept that as part of what our lives are.
Well, there were certainly a lot of fans at MLG Raleigh. Not quite as many maybe as Anaheim, but considering the fact that there was a hurricane going on,
yeah.
What was the energy like there?
The first day was actually much more laid back. I guess people were kind of waiting out and seeing how bad the hurricane was going to be. It built up a bit the last couple of days, though I wasn't there for the finals, so that's obviously when it's most energetic. I didn't get to see that. It definitely didn't match Anaheim, but like you said, the hurricane is also not as big of an area, and it was only 1 month after Anaheim, so a lot of people spent their travel budgets on that and then couldn't come to this event. So it was a bit more laid back, but given the circumstances, it was pretty impressive anyway.
Was it about what you expected, or did things surprise you, whether it's the environment of the event or even the outcome?
The outcome, I mean, 6 greens and top again, Bomber winning it, not too surprising. Nada had a pretty good run. I kind of thought he wasn't playing up to his standards lately, but he had a really good run and finished well. Player-wise, just amongst his foreigners, everyone's at a pretty similar level. Anyone can beat anyone at any given time. So the only thing that would really be a massive upset at this point is a foreigner doing really well relative to the Koreans. So no, the results didn't surprise me that much. And I kind of was surprised it was as big of an event as it was, just given the weather conditions, and it was right after Anaheim and all that.
So going into the next MLG, you're preparing now, you've got quite a while. How are you and your teammates going to be preparing?
Probably pretty much the same way we went into this. We're doing 8 hours a day scheduled practice, and a lot of people practice a little bit more on their own free time. And, EG didn't have a really good turnout this time, or didn't have a good performance this time, and people will knock that, but we only had maybe 3 weeks on that schedule, and that's really not enough time for it to show. And we are all playing better. It may not have come through in these results, but it was one tournament. You can't always judge by that. So it's too early to say that we really need to do anything different. A training house like this, a practice schedule like that, these players, yeah, it'll definitely show through. Yeah, I don't think we really need to do anything special. We just need to work hard.
People are really curious what it's really like here in the EG Lair. You're getting a sneak peek of just one tiny bit, but can you tell people what it feels like here and what it's like to live here?
It's incredibly nice. It's gigantic. It has a pool. Everything's really nice, well furnished, really high quality. It's a lot of great people. It's like some of my closest friends. Everyone here obsessed just playing StarCraft 2 all day. Everything's based around that. So it's like the perfect practice environment to me. I think it's great.
Well, a lot of that, well, all of our support comes from sponsors who are willing to financially put the support into esports to help us grow. Specifically, Kingston HyperX has allowed me to do these interviews with you, so I'd like to thank them. But are there any other shout-outs or thank yous you want to give to sponsors?
Like you said, a big thanks to Kingston HyperX and all of EG's other sponsors, Intel Steel Series, Monster Gaming, Bigfoot Networks, Six Pool Gaming, Intel Extreme. They are the ones who make this possible, and without this, we wouldn't be nearly as good as we are. We couldn't do any of this, so big thanks to them.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Best of luck in the